Good afternoon, my dears. Today, I'm sharing a video you've requested many times and bringing two important things. This video, I know you've been waiting for it, my dears. Today, I'm going to show you how to make digital notes. How I make my digital notes. Why is it acting up? The printer too? Huh. How do I take notes digitally? And something you've asked for often because you saw it and said, I want that too. Okay? It's like making a font out of your own handwriting. That's the discovery of the year, really. You're going to be amazed. It's wonderful. The fact of taking notes digitally right away, I got this idea from you, okay? Why did you tell me? Because I posted a story asking what to do with my life. I'm about to start high school and I'm unsure whether to use a notebook or a binder for taking notes. I didn't even consider digital in my mind, but it's true that a lot of people told me digital. And I was thinking, I said, is that true? I won't have enough time because people said, you have to rewrite your messy notes into a clean version, you won't have enough time. And it's true. I don't think I'd have enough time in my life. Were there really people who told me to take notes digitally? I'm very grateful to you. I'll show you a bit so you can see what I mean and what my notes look like. I've already seen that nothing shows up. Oh my god, that's crazy. It's pretty and beautiful, but not overly embellished. Don't expect anything extravagant. It's simple yet beautiful. But as far as I'm concerned, practice. Because if I don't do things, it's not practice, right? When it comes to fancy stuff, I have to tell you, I don't know how to study that. So I think for me at least, it's perfect, so I'm going to show it to you. And besides, it's pretty, which is also important. For the main title, I use a font that's more like lettering than this. Fonts on the internet, my dear, are very easy to find. And besides lettering, you have as many as you want. I use a simple style and stick to one color palette, pinks. Because I think it makes a big difference. It's a color with both a dark and light shade visible at once, and they're pretty. So I use a fuchsia like this. A strong one for the main title, and then for the section titles. I start with another font that's more plain, let's say, and a lighter pink color. Those are the titles, but the real substance is in the content, right? That's my handwriting, folks. I've digitized it and made it a font. And that's one of the things that you, ladies and gentlemen, are going to learn here today. Wow, that sounded really quarto millennial, didn't it? The best part is that today, I'm going to give you the free option for everything. Me. It's true that, for example, GoodNotes, which is what I use, I'm using the paid version. But that's because I previously tried the free version and I thought, okay, I think it's worth it to pay for the other one. But that's because the app itself is already good. Just like my handwriting font, same deal. I'll offer you the free option, always low cost. First, we need something to take notes on, right? It can be a computer, tablet, or whatever you prefer. I have a 9th generation iPad, which is my study iPad. You could say that, right? It's the one I take to class and the one I use here, basically for studying. Then I have the 10th generation one, which, yes, I do use here. Sometimes I use it for this, which is helpful. If one runs out of battery, I use the other. But that one's mainly for regular home use. And this one is exclusively for studying. The second thing you need is an app, okay? For taking notes, I use GoodNotes, but there are many others, like Notability. There are a lot, right? It's true I didn't write them all down in Libre, so I don't remember them now. Anyway, what do you have? There are both free and paid options. I use the paid one, but there's also a free choice. You have a limit of 3 notebooks. I use just one. You can use it perfectly fine. It depends on whether you want to have a notebook for each subject. For example, in my case, I have one notebook for all the subjects. In the end, the pages differ. So that's the best and most effective option. And that way, if you don't want to spend your money, then you don't spend it, you stick with the free option. And that's wonderful. The good thing about GoodNotes is that you can use it on all your devices. Literally, I have it on my phone too. You can access it on your iPad, computer, or phone. For example, if you're feeling bad, I don't know, you're on the bus, you have nothing to do. And you say, well, I'm going to study. Right? At least that way I can get ahead. So you grab your phone and start studying, you open your notebook and study, and that's it. No one sees you anymore. So that's a favorite point, because otherwise you have to carry your notes. Oh, I left them at home. Oh, what do I do now? Or if not, oh, I left my iPad. I don't have it. I can't study. Well, no, with GoodNotes, you study. Third, this is an essential, but it's helped me the most. Is it worth having an iPad case with, a keyboard? Is this worth it? For me, it's my greatest discovery. Definitely wonderful. But what happens? The difference between writing in a notebook and typing on a keyboard is basically that you can write down all the information that a teacher gives you, because it's not the same as wearing out your hand. I've been there. Writing like this takes forever just to finish a single letter. Seriously, that's how it goes. Everything. Everything the teacher is saying, I'm copying it down. Someday, whenever I've had to write it in my notebook, because I don't know, it was chemistry or something, it's honestly horrible. It's something I highly recommend. In fact, I'm going to leave you the Amazon affiliate link in the video description of my case, in case you want it. Because honestly, I think it's the best. Important, very important. If your classes are in Spanish, make sure the case has the none key. This isn't essential either. Honestly, I use it less. This is, well, an Apple Pencil. An Apple Pencil. This is basically if you want to take your notes digitally, writing by hand, or if you want to do something else. But anyway, I'm telling you, I have the first generation Apple Pencil and this one from Amazon, which I'll also leave the link for you. And honestly, I have to say that I haven't noticed any difference. If you want to start drawing in Procreate, the Apple one might be better, right? But I'm not talking to you about drawing. I'm talking to you about taking notes. And honestly, I think that this one, it's even better because it's lightweight and for me, doesn't slip like my first generation LED. You're like this? Ooh. And in the end, you're constantly readjusting it, and that's also horrible. But I'm telling you, this is just in case you want to hold them by hand. I don't like it. Or if you want to draw something, like an arrow. It's useful, yes, but it's not essential, I'm telling you. I have to admit, I had to change the tip to make this work better for me. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I found a pack on Amazon with various tips and ended up choosing this one. It's like the tip of a ballpoint pen. It also works for the Apple Pencil. And another thing I did was buy myself one. It's like a screen protector with a paper-like, more matte texture. I'm not sure if you can see it. And this is like, listen. Writing with the Apple Pencil feels more like writing on paper. So your handwriting turns out better. Because the tip doesn't slip, it doesn't slip either. So if you're going to take notes by hand like this, I really recommend you get both of these. Like with the paper, you can really tell the difference with the paper. You wouldn't believe the difference. Let's get to the good stuff. I'll show you my notebook from my first year of high school, which is the only one I have. What I did was get it from the internet. I downloaded what you would call a notebook. I got the paid version so it would have dividers, but it's okay. There are free ones without dividers, and honestly, if you look well, you can also find free ones with dividers. So just in case you want to know, I went to Create Fabrica, okay? And there you have a ton of things. You can look for fonts, notebooks, whatever you want. And that's where I got the notebook, okay? Which is this one right here. Did I make the cover myself? Well, I didn't make it myself. My mom made it. I'm not gonna take the credit, right? But anyway, what I did was change the cover. So here they are. These are my subjects. As you can see, I have a lot of extra space. I could add about 5 more, but it's a lot. And here are the dividers. I know one is biology, so I tap one and biology opens instantly. See, here it is? My topics, my stuff. I don't know. 5, that's English, everything is there. I don't need to have 25 notebooks because I only have one with all the subjects and as many pages as I want. By the way, I also have one that you can get directly in the GoodNotes store. Do you already have one like that? Like with dividers and all, but they're paid too. Just letting you know. Another thing I really like is that it has different types of pages. I put them here. It has many different types of pages. GoodNotes. Already, when you make a notebook, it has some, but not as many. So this is cool, because I don't know, this one splits it into 6 for me. I have this, and all I need to do is explain it to you. Okay? Just so you know, this is currently in this section of pages, so I can't just start writing here directly, because I'm not in my chemistry class. If I don't want to put it in my chemistry class, I just have to come here. I copy it. Copy page. I go to chemistry. I go to the last page, click here, then paste page, and that's it. Now it's in chemistry and I can start writing. The other part is just a template. This is your real page, so you can write here now. I'm just saying something wild. You even have some that are planners, like an agenda, so you can have a notebook and an agenda in the same one. This is really great. I'm going to show you how to make a notebook from scratch for free. That's important, okay? I know it. Let's go here to the regular homepage. We click Create Notebook. You know you can have up to 3 more, right? Well, I'm not telling you. If you've already found a notebook, like I said in Gratifactory or whatever you're searching for, then you would just click here to import, and that's it. And would you upload it from the files here? That's not my case, right? Can you imagine? So then we'll do it from scratch. We click here. And Notepad. Here's an ugly blue cover by itself, but that's fine. We'll change it now, okay? Shall we choose? For example, shall we choose this one here? Okay, not this one, this one, this one. This one here is prettier, right? You can change colors here. Just click and a menu drops down, see? For example, the white one and the brown one look nice. Let's keep it like that. Perfect. And now we would go directly to what would be the sheets of paper where we are going to take our notes. We can also change the color here. These, for example, as you can see, are yellow. For some reason I don't know, so let's make them white, because that's normal. And here you also have, in case you want squares, if you want lines. Look, you see there? You have lines. Plain squares, everything you want, my dear. You have it here. You even have the typical ones. To do these methods, for example, the Cornell method, well, you do it here. You have some things. It's not the same as if you download it yourself, but it's good, honestly. So we choose the paper we want. For example, I'm going to stick with the grid one, just as simple as always, right? And then we click here to create, and that's it. And now we have our notebook here. Look how cute and pretty it is. Let's start taking notes now, okay? The first thing we would do is write down the main topic. I'm going to put it here, okay? So you can see it clearly, and that way I can take it down too. We have several options here. For example, we can do it directly with the brush as usual. So here, well, topic, up here. There are people who know how to do lettering. There are people who have nice handwriting. Neither one nor the other applies to me, so here I am. I can't do this because it doesn't look good for me. If you like it, you like it. Do it and it turns out beautiful, my dear. But if it doesn't work out for you, writing it directly. That's it. Don't worry, everything in life has a solution. We can also click here on the text box. We click where we want and then we write with the brush. I know you must be saying, "What are you talking about, girl? Are you crazy?" If this is for writing the way we've always done, well then... No, I mean, you can write if you want. For example, you can put something here, like you would have done before, and it automatically turns it into a regular letter in calligraphy, like on a computer. Just like always. But if you're like me, my dear, and your handwriting is by hand, when you're trying to copy everything and you see you don't have enough time, it's completely unreadable, because it literally happens to me. It translates what I want. Because my handwriting can't be understood like this. Well, we have a solution. This is the solution of all solutions. This is what I do. This is where the wonderful keyboard comes into play. I open my little text box and start typing. Topic. I already have it set up. That's it. You can change the font if you want. For example, I like it. Look, I select this. I like to use pink. I swear I told you this before. And I choose a lettering style font, which I love. Where the hell did the lettering fonts go? I'm going to use this font and I'll make it whatever size I want. Look at it like this. Perfect. And this way, I have my pretty handwriting, because in my case, otherwise, it just wouldn't be pretty. I have it in the color and size I want. That's the best part. It's not like paper, where you do it like this and it stays that way. No, I don't like that. Well, I just do it like this and erase it. And that's it. And I do it again. Or later, when I'm at home, I do it again because it turned out ugly. The good thing is, it's not permanent. You can always say, "Oops, this isn't right, I'll fix it." Did I use the wrong word? Who knows? That's one advantage of digital note-taking. Should I take it now? I open another different document and put it here. My topic for this section. Perfect, then I can edit it myself. I use this one and make it light pink like this. That would be the section topic. If I make another later, I just add the section topic again. It's like, I'm gonna talk about this. So this gets selected in that color, and then I move on to the content. This is where the nice part comes in, which is where my source comes in. Honestly, I think I couldn't have done it better. I couldn't have done it better. It's beautiful, and I'm sure yours will look great too. For me, the font, size, color, everything is set as default. So when I start writing, I just start writing with that font. Everything I take notes on in class, which is basically the main content, I use that font. And then, maybe at home, I do the other thing, which is to change both things. But in the end, this one is always set as default. And how does my handwriting look? Wonderful and divine? Well, now you're going to see. I'll start from here. Also, the good thing is that if I make a mistake, it corrects it for me. So whatever I write, it's correcting it for me, and that's great. If it's in a notebook, it's not right. It looks beautiful right now. You'll see it clearly soon. Honestly, could I have done better? It's just gorgeous. Well, basically that's how it would be. That's how you can make your notebook. I mean, it's simple, and in the end, the important thing is that you have an unlimited number of pages, because that's really annoying. Because if not, suddenly they tell you, that's it, you're done. And then you're like, what? So, the good thing is that as long as you have this free, the notebooks in the end are very, like I said, I've done a whole year of high school. Okay? In one notebook. 1 unit per notebook? Don't tell me you can do it one by one too. Don't tell me you can't, okay? So, now let's go to my notes. Because what I still need to do with them is highlight them. And that's something, well, yes, I have to do it at home. Because otherwise I don't have enough time. So you're going to see it. Because there's a trick to this too. These are my notes, okay? I think they look really cute. Not to sound egocentric, but they're pretty, and when I highlight them, they're even prettier. I'm going to show you how they look when highlighted. There's a trick to it, so let's highlight them. For this, I try to use more or less the same colors that are here, one that's quite a bit darker, and one that's lighter. If they're not exactly the same, that's okay. Because if in the end it's too dark, for example, the dark one and you can't see the letter, then it's useless. But you want there to be a difference. Right? But I don't need it to stand out too much either. The highlight is just to make it clearer for me, to make it more visual. I pick this color, which is light, but it's darker than the next one I'm going to pick, and then I start highlighting, like the keywords. The good thing about this is that it has a section. Clicking here lets you draw a straight line. You choose yes, since this will be great for you. So if you use the Apple Pencil, your finger, or whatever works best for you, you underline genetic material, release it, and it straightens automatically. Isn't that right? This is super helpful. Because we all know that when it comes to underlining, we're not the straightest people in the world. This is great because they turn out perfect for you. I'm underlining those words. Ready? This. Tuturu. For example, with a lighter color, what would the one next to it be? You can save them if you want. That way, you don't have to keep selecting the color you want every time. Well, everything else that's important, just not as much as the others. That's basically the explanation. There are also different highlight sizes, but I preferred the smallest because it really adapts to the writing and looks super cute. As you can see, it looks prettier and livelier with more color. Even though only 2 colors are used, making it clear. You know that the dark one is like the main topics, and the lighter one is like the explanation, right? Everything else? I was already doing this last year, highlighting things in different colors. Honestly, it worked well for me because I can see it faster without wondering, what is this? What am I looking at? You know what I mean? It's much more comfortable for me. Now, let's get to the material. One more important tip that I think you're going to like even more, which is, how do you make the font with my handwriting? Have you already tried it yourselves? And you tell me, Chloe, my handwriting isn't coming out well. I don't know how you did it, but it's not working for me. It's not what I wanted. But I love your handwriting. Don't worry, I'll leave you the link too. I'm going to sell it on my website, and I'll also share the link to the page where I make it, the wonderful font. Okay? So that you can also do it if you want. Okay? The website is called Calligrapher. You log in with an account, you sign up, whatever you see, and then you click up here on templates. Then here you'll see what you have. If it's in limited English, German, numbers, punctuation, or Spanish, just click it. To Spanish. You can only use one source per account, correct? By email? But that's not a big deal, because if it doesn't work out for you, if you don't like it or whatever, you just get another email, put it in there, and that's it. You make another one, so don't worry about that. The only bad thing here is that you can only go up to 75 characters. I mean, you have enough for uppercase, lowercase, punctuation marks, that kind of thing. A period, a comma, things like that. Letters with accents and not much more. You won't be able to fit numbers, my dear. This is a problem. In the end, I had to pay for a month. Is it €8 for a month? just to get myself. The font? It won't happen since I'm going to take advantage and get the full font now. It's practical, but it depends on your work and the numbers used. So, you have this. You click up here to download the template. You select Portable Network Graphics and then download directly. We wait because it takes time. Here we have it. So we click up here and it takes us directly here, and we download it, and now we have it up here. This is a typical handwriting template with lines and guides to keep your writing within them. But it has it well, that's it. It's fine because at least they're all the same. But here's the problem. Don't you have an iPad? No Apple Pencil? Then you can't do it directly on the iPad. So no, well, don't worry, honey. You just print it out and then do it by hand. Either with a pen or with a marker. Whatever it is, you scan it and upload it the same way. I mean, it will look exactly the same. Don't worry about that. So that's all. Now you just have to do your lettering. Either put it into Procreate like I did, or just do it directly here. For example, here I make an A, here I make a B, a C, I make everything, and then I upload it there, and then it will stay there for me. And when I have both sheets ready, I go back to the page here, and now I'm going to add my sources. I click on Load Template. And here, where it says Select a File, I click on it and I can add it directly from the photo library, from Files, from wherever I want. In my case, from Files, I click here, select the files I want, perfect, and now I just click Upload Template. In my case, it has 4 letters, because those are the ones I've done. So that's pretty much what there is, right? But imagine that the whole alphabet is there, with accents, with everything. If I don't like something, I delete and redo it. Whether I want it or not, I just delete it. And then we're going to add characters to the font. Now, this has saved me, because the first time I did it, I said, one letter is in Cuenca, and the other is in Melilla, for the spacing between each letter. Is it really important? I mean, that needs to be changed. Click Edit Details in Font, and you'll see it's at 100%. I set it to 18 because otherwise it looks terrible for me. So you click here, lower it to whatever you want. In my case, like I said, 18. And the rest? Well, I don't change it anymore. And up here, I put the name of my font, the one I want. In my case, El Mundo de Claudette. And I put Ore. Wonderful. And then, this is important please, because if not, it won't save it for us. Down here, you're going to save it. If you also don't want one to end up in Cuenca and the other in Marilla, do you want to check that? Click the 3 dots, select Adjust Baseline, then choose based on the font. So you can increase or decrease the size, whatever you want, and you can change the font. You can move it, but this seems excessive. Unnecessary. And once you have it, you click on Generate Source up here, and you name it Generate. That's it. If you like it, that's perfect. You just have to download this from up here. Here where it says The World of Claudette, you download it. Next to it is another labeled Open Type Font. Download that one too, just in case. So if you need them, and that's it. Our font is ready to download on our iPad, tablet, computer, whatever you want. That's it, darlings. That's how you take notes digitally. I honestly think it's the best way. I mean, yes, consider it, think about it. Because I think it's the best, especially when you get to high school. I think it'll be helpful, but that's just how it is. Just a tip if you want it. So anyway, I'm going to go now, because I have to keep rewriting my notes since I changed the font. So I have to rewrite all of them. But it's okay. It's no big deal. I'll just do it. So I love you all very much. I hope this was helpful for you. And really, go for a walk, okay? All right, love you all. Mwah.